There's guys in the 450 class right now that have won 250 championships, and they're not winning these 450 races.
Oh, he's down! Malcolm Stewart goes down! Oh, we're gonna pile up with Stewart and others.
And when you're a guy that has won a championship in the past, you're a guy that's used to winning.
You know, I guess I would say nerves as an excitement, not in a bad way. Of course, you want to go out there and do good and things like that, but you know, going on this is my 15th year pro now, so I guess I would say those bad days of nerves, like feeling like not sure if you're ready or anything like that, those are out, right? So this is more nerves, exciting and having fun, and you know, I feel like every year it's a blessing for me to start the year out on you know, healthy. So I felt like last year there was a little bit of unsureability just because of, you know, the knee injury, being gone for a year, 10 months off of the motorcycle, not a lot of time of testing and things like that. Where this year I felt like I had a really good off season. For me, I guess moving forward, I'm in a really good spot. So as far as all that, you know, whatever happens tomorrow night will take care of itself. But, you know, I'm looking to kick off the season on a fun note and enjoy every bit of it.
Happy New Year and happy new race season. Super Motocross World Championship and Monster Energy AMA Supercross starts this Saturday at Angel Stadium, January 11th.
It really feels like we've been gone for a long time. You know, leaving Las Vegas for the SMX World Championship finale, you're like, A1 will be around the corner, no big deal, but the days just kind of drag on, and then they start to speed up a little bit throughout the holidays, and here we are, all the anticipation, all the expectation, and all the excitement of this Anaheim 1 opener.
There's a certain special feel to 3 months of anticipation for one race, which is right now.
I don't think it's controversial at all to say that this is the most talented era of Supercross ever. The level that these top guys have got to is almost silly. The speed that they have, the level that these manufacturers have gotten the bikes to, and just the way that year on year on year on year, it just seems like the level goes up and up. And I don't think it's controversial at all to say that this is the best version of a Supercross athlete that we've ever seen.
Super Motocross World Championship and Monster Energy AMA Supercross right here where it should be, Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. And let's transition to our 450 riders, JT.
We will have Jorge Prado, Hunter Lawrence, Ken Roxon, Malcolm Stewart, Aaron Plessinger, Justin Barsha, and Justin Cooper.
Malcolm, we saw you have a full year for the first time last year. How was your off-season after that, and how much of a difference does that make to you going into this year?
Oh, no, it's, for me, last year was a little bit of a struggle in the beginning, and then, you know, towards the end of the season, it was actually starting to come around, where I started feeling really comfortable. But getting all 31 races under my belt was really good, and then I just kind of like had the mindset, I was like, if I can just keep myself on the motorcycle and just learn more, the bike and everything, just keep myself loose, I feel like I'll be ready for 2025, and so far, all that has come about, and I'm feeling really good, a lot more confident going into, you know, this year than I was last year.
It was unbelievable, Malcolm, last year. Crashes in the first turn, crashes in the heat race, crashes. They were always seemingly coming from behind. The start of the year was an absolute disaster for the team, and sometimes that sets the tone for the rest of the year and the morale and the mood of the team and all of that. And so let's hope they get off to a better start. Malcolm does this year, because it couldn't have gone any worse last year to start the year.
I feel like all of Supercross, he was never the Malcolm Stewart that he can be. Is it good enough to get all the way back and win a race? I don't know. But I at least hope he's better than he was last year. He showed up, but it wasn't Mookie Fever, Heat Race Mookie, or anything like that.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is right now, but I've been looking at horses. I'm
Hey,
telling
good morning.
you,
How
I got
are
it
ya?
bad right now. Hey, how you doing? Good, you.
Are you gonna put one on at the property?
I don't know, but I'm getting back into it. I want to ride them again.
Oh, you keep talking about mini horses.
No, I'm thinking, giddy up.
Hey, you climb on a mini horse. I want a video of that bad boy.
You could for sure triple into that corner. Am I tripping? No, yeah, you are. No, you could use that to triple into that corner.
See, I'm not the only one.
What?
I'm not the only one that thought that.
No, 100%. I'm tripping. Yeah, you're tripping. Dude, that is an instant endo.
Good morning, Malcolm.
I ain't doing it.
Malcolm's career is very unique in the fact that he's not been around all of the time. And I think that in some ways causes him to be judged favourably. Riders of a similar age are put out to pasture, whereas we all look at Malcolm as still this young, rising star. We're almost waiting for Malcolm to deliver. And at his age now, which is later than most achieve success in their career, I think it's time for him to deliver on his promise. And we all know that there is plenty of that on the number 27.
All right, guys, we're here. New year, new opportunities, right? We all worked our butts off to be here. Let's not take it for granted, right? Most of us have worked our whole lives for these moments like this right here. Okay? So take a deep breath, and from the moment you get an opportunity to get on the track, set the tone. Put your chest out. Be confident. Be who you believe you can be. Do not let that doubt creep in.
Malcolm Stewart, 104.5. We were talking to Malcolm during media day. See, everybody says, most people say they're in a good place, but you could just tell Malcolm had this glow about him, this energy in his voice, and he's really had a great offseason. He's always been one of those guys that had so much natural ability, and it just seems like this year he's very motivated, and I think that's going to make a ton of difference for him. I wonder how much he wants this one.
It's good.
Nah, I'm all right. We're good.
No, you're good.
Good? Did some cool stuff. You're doing, you look great on the bike.
Yeah.
Get
a little sketchy in that sand, though.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out.
I literally got goosebumps even thinking about A1. It's like you have a sold out crowd in the mecca of dirt bikes, and almost every single person in that stadium rides. So the feeling that you have from that is, I think, what makes it so special. It's a fan base that rides. It's a fan base that has been in hospital. It's a fan base that knows exactly what's on the line. And we spend months and months waiting for that race because of the unknowns. And I think to wait as long as we have to wait to see these guys back on a Supercross track and to feel the energy that's inside that stadium, there's not much else in sport that I've experienced that comes close.
Well, all of that preseason talk stops right here, right now, ready for those revs to rise and the gate to drop for the first time in 2025. Here we go. Heat 2 of the 450s. Sexton with a great start. So too Prado. Hunter Lawrence on the inside.
That was a heads-up routing by Malcolm. He made the pass around Hunter Lawrence. Hunter made a mistake down that rhythm section. With these guys, as he's mentioned earlier, no matter how fast you are, if you don't get a start, you're going to be working your way up.
Whoa.
Malcolm was able to get him.
He's down. Malcolm Stewart goes down.
Man, that was a tough one.
Yeah, they come out of that corner, and he started to go swap sideways and just got ejected.
What you're going to see, he comes out of this corner and he starts losing traction.
Yeah.
Looks like he kind of hits the back of that berm. That sand gets him, and once that bike starts going sideways, it's really on for the ride. And man, that was a hard hit that he took. Probably knocked the wind out of him. Yeah, it seems like every time I'm seeing the replay, it gets worse and worse. And you can hear the crowd in the background. They just saw it.
Seen a couple people do that. Hopefully Malcolm will be all right.
We Stewarts, we know how to hit the ground. We built right on that, but yeah, probably knocked the wind out.
Well, I can have carrot and if you want to.
Check his lungs out more than anything, I think. But
He's got a bad cold anyway.
Oh, does he? So
Yeah.
it's kind of congested?
Yeah.
I think they need to check it out. He had a little bit of a whiplash.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of flat backed it when he hit, you know.
Did he touch?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't see good enough. I just see him flying through the air, you know. And then I tried to watch the replay, but I only saw the end of it. It's a handlebar right there. His stomach went into the handlebar and then it, they're checking him out. He's real sore, like right in here on his rib. But he looked at me, he said, go get the bike ready. Make sure the bike's ready. He's gonna be feeling it later, but right now all he can think about is getting back out there.
I would have to say that this is one of the most dangerous sports in the world. And again, I'm saying that because of how much risk you're exposed to on a whole for the entire year, right?
So they got track maintenance, sight lap at 7:23. 6:52 now, okay? Okay, buddy. I'm with you, all right?
This is very unusual ground. Front and center, Malcolm Stewart after that very heavy and scary fall.
I don't know that there's another sport in the world that can give you so much and take it away so quickly. I mean, we've seen guys laps away from championships that had it ripped out from underneath them and they've never won a championship again. I don't know that there's a more brutal sport when it comes to just the difference between a high and a low.
Not a way to fight.
It wasn't pretty, but
Hey,
yeah, I just had to get some points on the board.
I'll take a top 10 like that all day. They don't set the tone for the year. Good job.
How you feel? Way to do it. Way to dig, bud. A little sharp pain, huh?
It's like I was trying to like relax, and I couldn't.
It just stayed tight, yeah.
Yeah. Every time I would go like, and I would go up, and so I was just trying to short breath everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man, like just 5 laps.
Yep.
And just start taking it lap by lap. I'm like,
No, you dug deep, soldiered through. Ain't easy after what you went through. You hold your head high, okay?
no, I'm not bummed.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean,
We got the race.
I'm lucky. I'm all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
As much as we glamorize this sport and how awesome it is, and we look at these riders like superstars and we envy them, like, they live the life, they live a torturous life too. That's another thing that makes the sport so special, is you have guys willing to commit themselves to do some crazy things in the darkest times, all for that one chance to get it right.
It's the experience. When you hear the revs rise, you hear the gate drop, and then that blast of energy of 22 of the world's best riders. San Diego has hosted so many memorable events. Let's do it again. 450 main is on. Malcolm Stewart, who got our Tough Guy award for last weekend in Anaheim, went down hard and had to go to the LCQ. He was doing so well, fought his way through, got into the main event, and not only had to go via the LCQ, he came away with a 10th place finish.
To live inside your own head as an athlete is a lonely place, and to manage that can be difficult, but it's also vital in order to become a champion, which is ultimately what all of these riders are in pursuit of.
450 division, you can see, look at the focus in the eyes of Malcolm Stewart and the rest of the boys on the line. Eli Tomac, a good jump. Oh, we're gonna pile up with Stewart and others. Digging deep in RC is Malcolm Stewart.
Momentum is present in every walk of life. When things are going well, the ball rolls. When things aren't going so well, it's hard to stop that ball from rolling. And that's maybe the most difficult thing about this sport. One bad weekend, okay, maybe you can brush that off. 2 bad weekends in a row, then you start to overthink the situation. Maybe you overcomplicate things, when ultimately that's not the correct course of action. Until they fully win a race again and can prove to themselves and those around them that they've still got it. I think it's a dark place to be.
You know what to do. Fight for it on this start, let that elbow lean, get in there, get out, let's go. Make it easy for yourself.
It's Malcolm Stewart with a good start.
If I go back to A1, he crashed hard in the heat race. And if you get pounded into the ground too many times, you lose your confidence, you sort of put a chip in your armory and you question a few things and you don't honestly believe that you are the guy.
Leans in, initiating his corner with the bike, leaning the bike over, and this not enough traction, pushes the front and the bike starts to slide.
Now, I mean, it's time you're gonna let this guy pass you. Man, you gotta move over and take the inside. You let them on, you passed this 3 times and you still went to your same line. You gotta change lines.
There's companies that are spending millions of dollars to get these guys on the line, and we're in a weird position in our sport where it really is winner take all. You either win or you're nothing in this sport. And I think that also adds just an immeasurable amount of pressure to each of these guys, because while getting 5th is an incredible result, and to do that, you are an amazing athlete. But unfortunately, nobody cares.
Come on now. Okay, that's that one. I'm still passionate about it, that's why, people say, oh, you get upset, I feel like if I don't get upset, I'm just, it's okay, everything is okay, and then I'm leading a bad example for him. I wouldn't be hard on him if I didn't believe him. I would never tell him to do something that he's incapable of doing. I would never do it. I believe in Malcolm 100%, and that's why I push him and push him. I want him to continue to believe in himself. Sometimes it takes a good smacking on the behind to wake him up, to realize that, hey, I can still do this. You gotta get mean and stop letting those guys push you around out there. You're letting them guys push you around like you don't even deserve to be out there, because you're smiling in all of them face. You're happy, and they know they're gonna do it to you every time because you're happy. You're happy. I tell you, they take you for granted, man. They take you as a joke. With Little James, once we got to that point, you gotta remember these kids are 7 years apart. I had grow to one standard of racing, and that's what, I pictured, and that's what I pitched with Little James. I didn't want to put that pressure on Malcolm. I wanted Malcolm to fish like I did. That was my love of fishing. I had the racing side with Little James, and I had the love of fishing with Malcolm. And that's what we did. He had no thoughts about racing, Me and him fished 2-3 times a day, and that was my fishing partner.
A lot of people, riders and stuff, where they grew up at, they may not have a stadium that we can race at and things like that. At least, in my past, I got the, being in Florida, I got the race out of Orlando, Jacksonville, and, now, we're racing coming up in Tampa. So you're like the hometown hero, right? Like you get the special fans and family members that, that don't really get to go to the races, the other races and things like that. So for me, it's always a special moment for myself, but it is also added pressure, right? You know, you think about it, you know, that's, you know, if you got a lot of family members, they're expecting you to do good and things like that. So, you know, it's always a little bit more added pressure, but also too, it's more of a relief too. Like sometimes I think it's like, for me, it does the opposite effect. Like if anything, it keeps me more calm and just makes me appreciate, you know, the job that I do and things like that. You know, I don't really get to see him very often because I'm on the road a lot, but it's more relaxing for myself.
I just think he never really honestly owned where he thought himself as, man, I'm a winner. I know where I belong, and I'm going out to win. I think that has to come by you. I mean, by you trying by the way you look at how well your preparation goes. I mean, the first year that he came here, I felt that year he was phenomenal. I mean, he was right up there every weekend.
5th round, 450 boys, like, let's use this as a little bit of a reset. You know, there's been some bright spots, but there's been some dark spots. Let's get rid of those dark spots. I want to ask you guys, are we mentally tough? Anxiety, worry, and doubt will cripple all of us, right? So don't let that creep in. We have to be mentally tough. It's pretty clear. We've all been doing this for a long time. That's the kicker. When the going gets tough, you have to be mentally strong.
There's guys in the 450 class right now that have won 250 championships, and they're not winning these 450 races. And when you're a guy that has won a championship in the past, you're a guy that's used to winning. And it must be very difficult to get your head around the fact that you are one of the best riders in the world, but there's just something that's keeping you off the top step of that podium.
Malcolm has done so much in his career, but if you look at the last couple of years specifically, he's been on a really interesting path. 2022, he established himself as a legitimate contender for race wins and a top 3 position in a championship. So when he entered the 2023 season, the weight of expectation was heavier than ever. And you could see that as he entered Anaheim 1.
Can you hear the crowd going crazy? That's because Malcolm Stewart's in the lead. You just saw it, and down goes Stewart, big time.
Laid it all on the line, showed incredible speed, but wasn't quite the well-rounded athlete who could handle that pressure, that pace. That resulted in a lost year through injury, and then 2024 he was almost in a position where he needed to rebuild again, revert to ground zero, and claw his way back to where he was in 2022. The years are going by now, the days are ticking by, and it would be a travesty if Malcolm Stewart ends his career without a 450 Supercross main event win.
Feel the energy? Don't let it slip away, okay? You ride like that, we can be spraying some champagne.
It's probably the quietest moment of your day and also the loudest. I don't think there's any feeling like that because these riders know they are about to drop the gate and they're going to be at war for 20 minutes. It's very lonely. In their head, on the gate, probably the scariest place to be.
Tonight's your night. Be aware, be focused, head down, let's go kick their asses. Tonight's your night. You're in and up on this box. Let's get this done.
This is going to be a tough main event. Who's going to come out on top? Tampa, are you ready? Let's go!
Malcolm, he's already almost 10 seconds down to Chase Sexton, so it's going to be in survival mode.
Yeah, building blocks for this guy. And we've all talked about just how start dependent these races are, and on a track like this, it's impossible to make up the time against a competitor like Chase Sexton.
Rockstar Energy Factory Husqvarna rider Malcolm Stewart, who's riding well in the top 5.
Watch his line coming into the whoops. He's tripling in right before the whoops, and that's giving him so much momentum. Everybody else is hesitating because these whoops are so treacherous. That's making all the difference.
Malcolm Stewart is feeling it tonight.
Oh, he's trying to create a...
Look at this.
What a pass. sets him up perfect, starts to angle over in the whoops. So hard to do with how slick the whoops are. Cuts up the inside, makes a move.
This is a really big deal for the Rockstar Energy Factory Husky rider.
There's one point where you're all standing up on the podium, and then next thing you know, everybody's saying you washed up, he needs to quit and retire.
As Malcolm Stewart turns up the pressure on Roxon. It's been about 3 years since Malcolm has stood on the podium. Round 16, Denver 2022 was the last time.
When's the last time we see Malcolm run through whoops like that?
Look at this!
I mean, making passes, and I mean, he's got talent, and he's been doing good. This is great to see it.
Malcolm Stewart is within 2.2 seconds of the race leader. Stewart is surging. Come on, let's go, come on!
If Malcolm can get to that rear tire, Chase Sexton,
it's all back.
There he goes. I gotta keep fighting, keep digging, and my time will come.
Malcolm has had to persevere through a lot throughout his career, whether it's bad races, bad results, injuries, and setbacks, and he's always been that guy that's right there, but he just hasn't quite got it done.
It is a roller coaster. I feel like this sport's not very forgiving. There's a lot more downs than there are ups.
After 108 starts, he is within a quarter of a lap of his first victory.
Way to stick with it, Malcolm Stewart. Grinding, grinding.
And here it is, the moment he's been waiting for. Malcolm Stewart is a 450 winner.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's done it.
At the age of 32, it's a moment that Malcolm maybe thought would never come, but it's here. It's real.
Let's go, let's go, baby! Yeah! Let's go, yes! That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Let's do you out of here. Do it. I appreciate you believing in me. That's it. Let's go! Oh, baby! Heck yeah! I love it, man! Yeah! Yes! Good job, buddy. Good job. Yes, sir! Let's go! Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
I don't know, dude. It was sweet. That's all I know. That's how sweet it was. I don't care how you guys, like, I don't care what anybody says, like, to do it, like, at home, like, in front of all the hometown fans, and that, you couldn't write a better script, right? You couldn't write a better script.
To do this in my home crowd, this is a dream come true, and I've been waiting for this moment for my 15th season doing this, and for a split second I was like, man, I don't know if I can do it, but you know what? This 32-year-old boy got it done here in Tampa, in my hometown, baby! Let's go! Yeah!
I'm lost for words still, you know. It's just like, if my kid never win another race, I have accomplished the highest you can go. I'm satisfied with everything. If my kid quit racing now, I'm happy. I'm complete.
Come on, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yes,
Oh, this is those butt chewing, so they're paying off then. It feels so good. That's what I'm talking about. I told you, I never gave up on you. Oh, it feels so good. That's what this relieves me. Yes, sir. The team, mate. As a team. Don't give up. Don't give up. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I want to go fishing one day, bro. We got work to do.
Hey, we got our new screensaver, don't we? We got a new screensaver, baby.
Tampa was special. You know, we've always known that Malcolm has the capabilities, and he's been close before, but he dominated that. It wasn't like he was gifted that race. He had to come from behind and go to the front and make it happen. And I know everyone was thinking probably at one point, well, that man, you know, he's in second place. That's phenomenal. He hasn't had a podium in, I mean, how long? But then to take it to that next and actually get the win was unbelievable. And obviously, you know, those are the highs that will carry you for half the year, you know. So it was awesome, really, really special.
Yeah, baby. Did it, bro. I'm telling you, we did it. We did it. I'm so thankful. Oh, dude, I was like, if there's a guy that believes in me, it's you.
That's it.
You've been telling me, and that was a heck of a rebound from last week.
Oh my God, what a rebound.
It's just a really, really awesome moment. And just, as I said before, like, I know my brother's so proud of me, my whole family is proud of me, the whole team, everybody it's been a long time coming, and we finally got it done, and I appreciate everybody is stuck behind my back this time.
Let me show you something. So I went to PF Chang's last night. This is my first fortune cookie. An exciting sporting event is in your near future. Look at this one though. This is gonna get you.
He said that was last night.
Last night, my second one. An unexpected win will soon surprise you.
I just think like that win was so big, like just so much relief, right? Like, man, I can't believe it's finally happened. And I think like, to me, that win was more of an inspirational win to like the whole world, like at least for everybody I wanted people to see, because it's like that never give up attitude. Like no matter how bad, how things, I've been on different teams, I've been hurt, I've been all over the place. Like, and yeah, who cares how long it's taken me, 108 starts. Like I don't even look at things like that. I look at the achievement at how long it took, but it got done, right? And that's the cool part of the story.
Congratulations. I have to make a picture. Dude, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Perfect. Awesome.
Oh man, dude, you went to that hoops. I've never seen that before.
First win at his home track with all his family and friends, and I mean, you can't write a better script for something like that, and I just felt like it was Malcolm's night. And I mean, when he went across the finish line, I just, cold chills across my body. I'm just like, yeah, hey, I'm literally hanging out of the tower, just like, yeah. It was such a good moment, and so much deserved, you know, from him and his family, and you know, all of us, obviously, we pour ourselves into it too, and you know, it's taken a long time to get there, but I think that made it that much sweeter. The whole industry seemed happy for him, which tells you what a great person he is, and he's just that type of guy that everybody likes. So I think at the end of the day, like, the industry was not only okay with him winning, but that everyone was happy for him. So that's even better.
I don't think the story would have been as cool if I, you know, went out there in my rookie year and I won the race. Like, oh, that's cool. But like, it just shows like how long you've been digging and things like that. Like, that's what makes this story, you know, way more cooler. And I got people that came up to me that don't even know who I was, and they were sitting there saying, dude, I was crying. Because it's like, I saw a reflection of myself, you know, and that's the cool thing. And that's the inspirational win behind all this. It's like, that never give up, man. Like, your time's coming.
The 250 class this year is an absolute gang of savages.
Hampshire, but the damage has been done.
I hate this for RJ, so he's going a lap down from a points perspective.
Being the hunter is the better position to be in.
What a pass!
RJ Hampshire wins in Daytona.
right away everybody thinks, yeah, he's out of it. Like, he's done. I'm not the guy that never even crossed my mind.